Trojan fans, thanks for joining us today. We're joined today by Director of Athletics, Brent Jones. As we head into September, it's a chance for us to hear a little bit more about our sports there in the fall seasons now. So, Brent, we'll jump straight on into it. As the calendar turns into September, the fall calendar is fully underway with soccer, volleyball, cross country, golf, football, all those teams beginning their seasons here. What's the energy like around these teams and their chance to get back into action again here?
I think it's been a long summer for everybody. They're really, really excited about it. You saw that already with soccer and volleyball that we've hosted this upcoming weekend, with football as well as cross country. I think everybody's really, really excited about getting the football, cross country, golf, soccer, volleyball season started. I know baseball and softball are also in their fall practices. You also have men's and women's basketball. You have tennis practicing. So really, while we only have our fall sports are competing against outside competition, all of our sports right now are competing against themselves, whether that be fall, winter, or spring.
And as you mentioned, too, football officially kicks off their season this upcoming weekend against Southern University this Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff. Last year, we had a lot of restrictions that took place on our football game days here. This year, those restrictions have, in large part, been lifted. What can fans expect to see during their first game of the season this year at the Vet when it comes to Trojan Walk, the Sound of the South, tailgating, all the parts of game day that fans know and love so well?
We've been ranked as having the best game day environment inside the Vet for the Sun Belt Conference. We take a lot of pride on that. We talk about fans first approach. We talk about having the best marketing, promotions, communications, digital engagement that we can have with our fans. You just saw that with the release of our brand new app, almost 1,000 downloads already in a 4-day period of time, which is simply outstanding. I know you're going to touch a little bit more on that and how great that is. But I will tell you this. To be able to have Trojan Walk come back, we missed it last year, to be able to have pregame concerts, to be able to have the fun zone, to be able to have 5 food trucks, to be able to have all these festivities. We're going to have 500 letter winners come back across not just football, but baseball, men's and women's basketball, from soccer to softball, everywhere in between. This is the first time we've done this. We just had a walkthrough last week that I know you were part of, Kyle, for almost, I believe, 3 or 4 hours to go over every single thing from parking to concessions to video board, marketing, communications. Again, our game day environment has been ranked as the best in the Sun Belt Conference. We want to be able to continue to do that. It's great to be getting back to somewhat a semblance of normalcy. We're going to have great concession items. Then also, at halftime, it's going to be an amazing treat where we have Southern University's marching band, as well as the Sound of the South, which kudos to them. They were just ranked #1 best band in the Sun Belt Conference, which is extremely, that's impressive. And then also we're going to have fireworks after the game. So I will say this, you and your staff have done a great job, but I believe as one of the giveaways for Fanpalooza for this game, we're giving away about a $40,000, a chance to have a $40,000 Jeep Wrangler, if I'm not mistaken, from Premier Dodge.
That's correct. We got actually a Ram 1500. A Ram 1500
Okay.
will be a 2021 Ram 1500 courtesy of Premier Dodge. Chance to win a $500 gift scholarship, that is, from the Alumni Association. Tons of free food giveaways and such as well, too, as well as airfare from Montgomery Regional Airport. So a lot of great promotions taking place as part of this game. And also, too, from the Troy Athletics app. You can download that in the Apple Store or on the Android market, whichever one is your preference there. And look for Troy Athletics. It's presented by Premier Dodge as well there. Looking at this past weekend, our friends in Louisiana along the Gulf Coast, it was a difficult weekend as our friends at Southern University as well, too, were impacted by Hurricane Ida, one of the most devastating storms in recent history here. Regarding Southern University in particular, how are they doing so far?
Well, I've been in contact with their AD, Roman Banks, for about the last 5 or 6 days via text as well as phone calls. They're doing well. Obviously, there was destruction, devastation all along the coast, as well as inland, as well as Baton Rouge. But I thank you for bringing that up. They've been in our thoughts and prayers. And so we're excited to be able to have them come back here. I was in constant communication with him on Sunday and Monday, as well as today. One of the things I would also say is, the Sun Belt Conference home office office is in New Orleans. And so been in conversations with Keith Gill, our commissioner, and making sure that the office is still there. Obviously it's in the Superdome. And then you have two schools in the direct line in the Sun Belt Conference with South Alabama and Mobile, and then obviously Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. So really having those AD conversation, making sure how can we help you? Is there anything that we can do from transportation, lodging, food, whatever that is? But we're really excited about the camaraderie, being able to work with Southern University. This game's been on the books for almost 5 years now. And so to be able to have their band come, as well as Southern University, we're excited about it. But I do know that they're still working through a lot of things in Baton Rouge as well as Power, but all's good right now.
Soccer is off to a 2-1 start so far this season, including a nail-biting game against a top 25 ranked team in Auburn, as our girls had a fantastic match against them. Great crowds have shown up to the Troy University Soccer Complex so far this season. What's the atmosphere been like as part of those first couple of games at the Troy University Soccer Complex?
Talk about the energy, talk about the passion from our student athletes. It's always great to see Troy supporting Troy, to see our student athletes supporting other student athletes, to see our students supporting us, our alumni, our fans, faculty, staff. It's just amazing to be able to have the crowds that we have had in our first 3 games. Is simply outstanding. And so I will tell you this, talking with our interim head coach, Nicole Waters, I got a text message at 5 a.m. from her talking about how much the fans bring the enthusiasm and really bring the juice and get our fans fired up. And so you saw that transcend just not soccer, but also volleyball against some hard fought games, matches against Ole Miss. That could have gone either way. Amazing crowd there. And then obviously being able to beat UAB, an in-state rival. And so you look at our fall sports, cross country is going to be running relatively soon. You have football starting, but from soccer and volleyball to get off to the hot start that they have is really excited. And I think you really see this is a chance for Troy and Trojan Nation, all of our Troy fans, to really be able to make a difference on the court, on the field, whatever that may be, because the energy that we're able to bring from our great fans really makes a difference.
Talking about volleyball as well, too, they officially unveiled their brand new TerraFlex court for the first time this past weekend, hosting Ole Miss and UAB in front of great crowds there as well, too. What are your thoughts on this game-changing item and seeing it in action for the first time for our team in a regular season match here in Trojan Arena?
You know, this has been a long time coming, almost 14 months now. We had a campaign. It was a great fundraising campaign that we used to be able to purchase this court. I will tell you this, once you see it, you see how beautiful it is. And I'm literally, it's weird to talk about a court and how beautiful it is, but it is beautifully branded, from the emojis to Troy Volleyball, to the Sun Belt Conference logo, to the big Power T. To be able to see that our volleyball student athletes are diving all over the court now and not playing on a basketball court, that we're the only school in the Sun Belt Conference to have this, the only school in the state of Alabama to have this. That's a huge game changer, not just for our student athletes, but for recruiting. I will tell you this, I received numerous text messages during the game Friday as well as Sunday from fans who are not in attendance, but were watching it on ESPN Plus about how great the broadcast was, how great our team is, and how outstanding the floor and the court looks by the new branding that we've done. Take that aside, and just the health and wellness factor for our student athletes to be able to recover better, to be able to not have to worry about being injured. It's a game changer for us.
We talked about how football's beginning their season this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend, September 11th, will be another great game for us as we host a fantastic opponent in Liberty University. That'll also be the annual military appreciation game, as it coincides with the 20th anniversary of the attacks on 9/11. That is a somber moment in our nation's history, but a chance for us to pay our respects to those that serve our nation in the military, as well as our first responders as well, too. Talking about this great event, and this is one that people always look forward to having there, but what stands out to you as part of this particular event taking place on September 11th against Liberty?
First off, an amazing team, Liberty University, top 30, top 35 team, receiving votes outside the top 25. I think they had 11 wins last year, went neck and neck with Coastal Carolina. So it's going to be a great game, but then a chance to really celebrate and uplift our amazing military, all the different branches that we have, to be able to have them come down at halftime in the military, the march that we have for our heroes is it's simply outstanding. And it's something that you don't see at every other school. And so to be able to have this is also the 20th anniversary of 9/11. We really want to make sure that we lift up all of our fans, all of our military. We've already been in contact with over 5 or 6 bases. We're going to have thousands of military servicemen hopefully be able to attend the game. And so we're excited about it. We're going to have a pregame flyover as well. Those are few and far between these days. And so to be able to secure that is very, very important for us. Also, as we've seen the last 5 or 6 years, to be able to wear the patriotic headgear, which has made national news, to be able to honor America, to be able to honor our service men and women. This is a time for us to be able to pay our respects. And so we're very excited about that.
And tickets for that game can be purchased online at troytrojans.com/tickets, as well as for the entire season. That leads into my next question for you as well, too. While season kicks off this weekend, there's still time to get those season tickets. Offerings are available online, as I said, as well, too, at troytrojans.com/tickets. But a great home schedule. Southern this weekend, Liberty the following weekend. But then you get into the conference slate. You have Georgia Southern, South Alabama, Louisiana, and App State, all those teams at home this year. Great competition, but we also get a great opportunity to have those teams at home, creating a fantastic atmosphere from a home field advantage standpoint. So how important it is for members of Trojan Nation, not just to come out to 1 or 2 games, but to all of the games this season.
Troy University has led the Sun Belt Conference in football attendance 3 of the last 5 years. It is critically important for our team to be able to be successful, to be able to find that energy, that enthusiasm first off, to have an amazing crowd. Second, to be able to have our great students really bring the energy, the passion, the sound of the South. It's a very unique experience, especially with us being able to have that north end zone where all of the sound is able to stay inside the stadium now. We do an amazing job with our videos, game day experience. I will tell you this, we're looking at a sales rate from 2019 to 2021 at almost 100%. Now we still have a ways to go, especially with single games and groups and things like that, but we're really, really excited about where we are, and our fans bring it. And so anybody that has not purchased tickets yet, that is still on the fence, please go ahead, purchase single game tickets or season tickets. Or if you can't come, but you just want to be able to be part of it, you can donate to the Community Heroes, $48. Those are donated back to underserved and underprivileged children, youth groups, as well as fire, police, military, and then also our great medical services and what they're doing as they continue to keep us safe during this pandemic.
Another big event coming up for us this upcoming Friday is the Hall of Fame Banquet. We were not able to hold this last year due to COVID-19. This year, the 2020 and 2021 classes will be inducted as part of the 10th anniversary of the Hall of Fame. Again, that'll take place this upcoming Friday, 7 p.m. in Trojan Arena. 9 inductees going in. And Brent, when you look at that class about who all will be going in there for it, what are you looking forward to as part of the festivities about this event, which is always one of the marquee events of the entire calendar year?
To be able to have 9 amazing inductees from 2020 to 2021, to be able to bring that together, but then also to be able to have all the previous inductees come back. It's just an amazing experience from the pregame, from the pre-social to the actual event. I'm so excited. We're so thankful that we're able to have this event, and it's obviously at a different time. It's in a different season. It's in the fall, not in the spring. It's the Friday before a home football game, and I'm just so appreciative of the amazing inductees that we have. It's going to be a fun night to kick off, hopefully a great weekend.
And finally, we've talked about some of these updates in the past in terms of what some capital projects have gone towards, but that all comes from the Trojan Warrior Club and how our members give back to Troy University Athletics to support our student athletes and give championship resources to help our teams here. Talk a little bit more about specifically how our great fans have stepped up in times of need to help our programs out, and how that's being utilized on a daily basis by our student athletes thanks to the Trojan Warrior Club.
We just talked about two sports that directly were touched by capital projects. One was a $300,000 new grass sod field for our great women's soccer program. And it could not have come at a better time because we had an absolute downpour, almost 2 inches in about a 3-hour period of time before we started the season. If it was the way last year, we'd have had to delay it. Amazing opportunity. And it really goes back to the student athlete experience from their health and well-being. And so that was the first thing that our amazing donors, as well as the university, has stepped up to be able to provide us. And then the second one, we just talked about it, with the great volleyball court that also extends to our resurfacing of our tennis, and then also extends to 2 years ago being able to have the brand new turf inside Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're constantly being able to look at how can we continue to make and be able to push our teams forward with this. And what happens is our donors make a huge investment in this, in the student athletes' lives, as well as our projects. And so we're able to provide them a first-class education from Troy University, but as well as first-class facilities through the support of Troy University, as well as our amazing donors.
Absolutely. And fans, you can join the Trojan Warrior Club as well too by visiting us online at troytrojans.com/give. Once again, a busy weekend of events coming up here for us as football officially kicks off the upcoming 2021 season. You can still get those tickets online right now at troytrojans.com/tickets for single game tickets as well as for the entire season. Brent, thanks so much for joining us today. And fans, we'll see you this weekend and in the weekends to come.